Hello learners, let's continue our previous lecture on Introduction to Operating System. In this lecture, you will learn about parallel system, distributed system, real-time system, commands of DOS, GUI of Windows. Parallel system. A parallel operating system works by dividing sets of calculations into smaller parts and distributing them between the machines on a network. To facilitate communication between the processor cores and memory arrays, routing software must either share its memory by assigning the same address space to all the networked computers or distribute its memory by assigning a different address space to each processing core. Parallel systems can use software to manage all the different resources of the computers running in parallel, such as memory, caches, storage space, and processing power. These systems also allow a user to directly interface with all the computers in the network. Now let's talk about distributed system. A distributed operating system, or DOS, is an essential type of operating system. Distributed systems use many central processors to serve multiple real-time applications and users. As a result, data processing jobs are distributed between the processors. It connects multiple computers via a single communication channel. Furthermore, each of these systems has its own processor and memory. Additionally, these CPUs communicate via high-speed buses or telephone lines. Individual systems that communicate via a single channel are regarded as a single entity. This operating system consists of numerous computers, nodes, and sites joined together via LAN or WAN lines. It enables the distribution of full systems on a couple of central processors, and it supports many real-time products and different users. Distributed operating systems can share their computing resources and input-output files while providing users with virtual machine abstraction. The adjacent figure shows an example of a distributed system. Real-time system. A real-time operating system is a special-purpose operating system used in computers that has strict time constraints for any job to be performed. It is employed mostly in those systems in which the results of the computations are used to influence a process while it is executing. Whenever an event external to the computer occurs, it is communicated to the computer with the help of some sensor used to monitor the event. The sensor produces the signal that is interpreted by the operating system as an interrupt. On receiving an interrupt, the operating system invokes a specific process or a set of processes to serve the interrupt. This process is completely uninterrupted unless a higher priority interrupt occurs during its execution. Therefore, there must be a strict hierarchy of priority among the interrupts. The interrupt with the higher priority must be allowed to initiate the process, while lower priority interrupts should be kept in a buffer that will be handled later. Interrupt management is important in such an operating system. Applications of real-time operating system. Real-time running structures are used inside the radar gadget. Real-time running structures are utilized in the missile guidance. Real-time running structures are utilized in online inventory trading. Real-time running structures are used inside the cell phone switching gadget. Real-time running structures are utilized by air site visitors to manipulate structure. Real-time running structures are used in medical imaging systems. GUI Windows. A GUI graphical user interface is a system of interactive visual components for computer software. A GUI displays objects that convey information and represent actions that can be taken by the user. The objects change color, size, or visibility when the user interacts with them. A GUI includes GUI objects like icons, cursors, and buttons. These graphical elements are sometimes enhanced with sounds or visual effects like transparency and drop shadows. Using these objects, a user can use the computer without having to know commands. Microsoft Windows, also referred to as Windows or Win, is a graphical operating system developed and published by the Microsoft. It provides a way to store files, run software, play games, watch videos, and connect to the internet. Microsoft was first introduced with version 1.0 on November 10, 1983. Over a dozen versions of Windows were released after that, including the current version, Windows 10. Before the release of the Microsoft Windows, Microsoft users were used to the single-task command line operating system MS-DOS. Because Microsoft names most of its products with one word, it needed a word that best described its new GUI operating system. Microsoft chose Windows because of multiple windows that allow different tasks and programs to run at the same time. However, you cannot trademark a common name like Windows, so it's officially known as Microsoft Windows. The adjacent picture shows the GUI of Microsoft Windows.